Have you ever left a crowded place feeling exhausted, irritable, or strangely empty? Even though nothing bad happened, you didn't argue. You weren't rejected. No one hurt you. And yet, your body feels like it ran a marathon. So you tell yourself, maybe I'm antisocial. Maybe I'm anxious. Maybe something is wrong with me. But here's the truth most people never hear. Avoiding crowds isn't weakness. For many people, it's intelligence. Not intellectual intelligence. Nervous system intelligence. And today, I'm going to show you why. Let's start with something simple. Your brain is constantly filtering information. Every sound, every face, every movement, every emotional signal in the room. Most people filter a lot of this out automatically, but some brains don't. Some brains take in everything. Imagine walking into a crowded space. For one person, it's noise. For another, it's the tension in that couple arguing quietly. The emotional shift when someone walks by angry. The overlapping conversations. The unpredictable movements, the fluorescent lights. The echo of sound bouncing off walls. Your brain isn't just hearing, it's tracking. And that costs energy. A lot of it. This isn't imagination. It's neurology. Highly perceptive nervous systems process more data per second, which means crowds aren't neutral. They're expensive. Psychologists call this trait high sensory processing sensitivity. It's not a disorder. It's not anxiety. It's a nervous system that evolved to detect subtlety. People with this trait tend to notice emotional undercurrents immediately, pick up on tone changes others miss a sense when a space feels off, become overstimulated faster. In evolutionary terms, these people were the early warning system, the observers, the ones who noticed danger before it was obvious. But modern life is one giant crowd. Your nervous system wasn't built for constant noise, endless social input, artificial lighting, crowded environments with no escape. So it does the smartest thing it can. It pulls you away, not because you're afraid, but because it's protecting itself. Here's something important. For people like you, silence isn't empty. It's regulating. When you're alone or in quiet spaces, your breathing slows, your muscles soften, your thoughts organize, your body exits survival mode. Crowds do the opposite. They keep your nervous system in alert mode, even if you're smiling, even if you're social, even if you're having fun. Your body is still working overtime. That's why after social events you might think, I need to be alone for a while. Not because you hate people, but because your system needs recovery, just like muscles after strain. Now here's where it goes deeper. Many people who avoid crowds didn't just become this way. They were shaped. If you grew up in environments where you had to, read moods carefully, anticipate emotional shifts, stay alert to avoid conflict, be aware to stay safe. Your nervous system learned people, unpredictability. So you adapted. You became observant, quiet, internally focused. Crowds feel overwhelming not just because of noise, but because they activate old vigilance patterns. Your body remembers this is too much to track, so it chooses distance. Here's the tragedy. This trait is often mislabeled. People say, you're socially anxious. You need to get out more. You're avoiding life. So you try to override yourself. You force exposure. You stay longer than your system can handle. You ignore your limits, and you pay for it later with exhaustion, irritability, emotional shutdown, numbness. That's not healing. That's self-betrayal. Avoiding crowds isn't pathology. Ignoring your nervous system is. Thriving doesn't mean becoming louder. It means becoming aligned. For you, that often looks like smaller social circles, one-on-one conversations, quiet environments, depth over quantity, meaningful connection instead of constant stimulation. You don't need less sensitivity. You need better conditions. When your environment matches your nervous system, you become calm, focused, creative, emotionally present. That's who you really are, not the drained version trying to survive chaos. So if crowds drain you, hear this. You're not weak. You're not broken. You're not antisocial. You're finely tuned in a world that's too loud. And the goal isn't to harden yourself. It's to stop apologizing for listening to your body. Some people are built to shine in crowds. Others are built to see what crowds miss. Both matter. But only one requires you to stop forcing yourself into noise that was never meant for you. And once you honor that, you don't disappear from life. You finally enter it, rested,